So I've just spent probably a good quarter of an hour, 20 minutes trying to find a Disney princess top that I had. Because this is a Snow White video, I don't actually have any Snow White tops, but I did have one where she's got, I think it's got Cinderella and Aurora on it, and Snow White was on there as well, and I thought that's a perfect top. Could I find it? No. But I did build up a sweat from it, so does that count as a gym session? Hello everyone and welcome to the Disney Shrine. So if you're new here, then twice a week I do videos. So one video a week would be say a haul I've done or a subscription, so go check those ones out that I've done recently. So I think I've done like a Disney store haul, a Primark haul, recently got my subscription from Tokyo, so that'll be my recent videos. And then another video I do, which is this one here, which is something I actually pick from the shrine, and then I go through a few details on them. So this one is a Snow White one. Now if you've watched some of my videos before, you know Snow White is not really my favourite character. I have nothing against her personally, like I like watching the film, I like the soundtrack, obviously I like collecting merchandise. It's just personally she doesn't do anything for me as a character, so when it comes obviously ranking the princesses, she's kind of down the bottom for me. Like I said, she's your favourite, that's great, it's just for me personally, she's not one of my favourites. I'm also doing a giveaway, so if you'd like to stay till the end of the video and all the details will be there for you. So the first one I'm going to talk about, I was just looking at them thinking what should I do? I think the first one has to be this one because I actually do really like this one. I can't remember what series it's from, but if I do know I will link it down below for you, but I know it's one of the same newer series, I just can't remember which one. So these are actually the Tsum ones, but I'm not sure how that, I don't know if that's supposed to go on top like that or whether she's supposed to go on top like that. So it's basically Snow White, and then it's got the poisoned apple, and I really like the newer Tsum ones. If you watch some of my other videos where I've kind of compared say the old ones to new ones, I really like the new ones on the basis that there's a lot more detail on them. So for example, let's talk about Snow White for a minute. So that's obviously the Snow White, that's the newest one, and I do have an old one which I think is like from series 1 or 2 maybe. For one, obviously I know the size difference because I think because this one's with a prop, she's a little bit smaller, but just the detail in it. So for example, just going by her hair for one, there's a lot more detail in her hair. It's a bit more bushier, obviously it's a bit more detailed. How many times are we going to see detailed? We've only just started, it's the first one and I think I've said it like 10 times already. What's another word for detailed? I don't know, I have to Google it. Okay Google, what's another word for detail?
Synonyms for detail: particular, feature, characteristic.
Oh, thank you Google. So yeah, so like I said, one of the things I have noticed, for example, the bow is a little bit more pronounced there. Even the dress itself, so if you just look at the dress, you've got a bit more colour in the dress. So for example, she's got like the red band around her waist. You do have a collar on the old one, but you only see the collar on the new one underneath, so it doesn't go all the way around like it does on the old one. But yeah, it's just even like in the face, it just like her face looks a bit more round. She's got like rosy cheeks, so it's a little bit more, you know, bit more detail there. So, but yeah, I just really like the newer ones just because of like how they've actually made them a little bit better. So with the prop that she's got, I just really like the apple with, though I don't like skulls or anything, but I do think this is kind of cool on the basis that obviously you do have it looking like how it is in the film, where obviously you've got the poison when it's over the apple, it kind of gives like a skull-like look. So I just think that is quite nice. I actually got this from Facebook groups. So if you've watched some of my videos before, I've actually talked about Facebook groups where if there's something in particular you're looking for, or for example if you collect things like I do, like Funko Pop, Tsums, that kind of thing, there are Facebook groups that mainly focus on those. I will link them down below in the description for you. So basically all you do is if there's something in particular you're looking for, you can post on there saying wanted, you know, I need this kind of thing, or you can just have a look at this, see what everybody else is selling, that kind of thing. I used to buy my stuff from eBay, but sometimes on eBay you're having to wait for a seller to obviously, you know, put it on there to list it, whereas on the Facebook group you can even ask them, is anyone got this for sale? And sometimes you get people going back saying, oh yeah, I've got this, you know, because some people might be like, oh yeah, I've got that, I can sell that, you know. It might be a case they didn't realise that someone wanted it, that they didn't obviously put it on there. So sometimes Facebook works a bit better because you can actually interact, you can kind of communicate with someone a bit better, so when it comes to obviously wanting something, you know, it comes a little bit easier. And also if there's people on there who are selling quite a few things, normally if you buy like quite a few things and bulk buy, they will obviously obviously lower the price, for example, post and packaging, because obviously if you're buying loads of things, you know, you're not paying individual items P&P, they will obviously bulk them together. I did actually buy that one on a Facebook group, and I think I remember it was only like £2 or £3 or something. It wasn't expensive, and obviously that was for that and post and packaging. So, you know, for me personally, that sometimes is a bit cheaper than eBay. So the next one I'm going to talk about, I think, I might be wrong, I think some of these might have originated in mystery packs, because I've actually seen these in mystery packs before, but there's things like this you can actually buy as they are. So I know things like this you can actually buy inside the Disney park, so I know you can buy them as they are, but I think most of them that I've seen have been, say, for mystery packs. This is how I know I've got this one, because unfortunately, as Snow White, like I said before, she's not my favourite character. You know, I knew I wouldn't have bought this, so this one must have been a mystery pack. So it's actually a keyring, so I really like these ones, just on the basis that it is quite detailed on these. And the thing I like about this one in particular is you've actually got her holding a little bird, so it's just like little things like that I just think is quite nice. I just like things like this where it's kind of giving her a bit more personality. We're having like a little bird there. But yeah, so this actually did come out of a mystery pack. If I remember rightly, the mystery packs I used to get roughly about £5 or £6, give or take. I normally get mine from comic book shops, for example, Forbidden Planet in Southampton. Whenever we're down that end, for example, Disney Store, Primark, because their Primark's bigger, and obviously Forbidden Planet, that's when I tend to buy some stuff from the comic book shop then. So for me, I know this is one that I wouldn't have bought as she is, so this one was actually from a mystery pack. Things like this I have actually seen in the parks, so I'm not sure, say, if Disney stores do them. I've not seen them in Disney stores, but obviously I've only got the Southampton one, so I'm not sure if the bigger ones, whether they do them there. Failing that, things like this you can obviously get off of eBay, maybe Amazon and things like that. So yes, I just think that's really cute. It's just a nice standard keyring as well, so obviously you've got the loopy bit there. Now another one, I was going to do a video on this. I talked about this on my vlog, where I was going to do an eBay haul. I've already done an eBay haul, but I picked different items because when I came to editing this one, I just wasn't happy with it. I didn't actually put this one up, so I just scrapped it. I was like, no, don't want to do it. I'll do something else. So I thought, you know, maybe instead of doing the items as one video, I'll do them individually, because you get 6 characters. And I'm thinking, well, obviously I can incorporate them when I do these kind of videos. So it's actually this one here. So this one, I think I worked out, it's not actually authentic Disney. So I think these ones are the cheaper versions to the baby Disney figurines that you can get in the Disney store. So for example, Disney store have a range of their characters, but like in a baby style, and you can actually get a set of them. And I think these are like the knockoff version. I didn't realise this until I actually did my last video. Like I said, when I did the eBay video and I was talking about it, and I actually got the information on my phone from when obviously I bought it, and they just, I don't know, they just, the more I sort of thought about it, I was thinking, they are very similar to the Disney store one. So I was like, oh, did I buy a knockoff one? So I'm not condoning it, I'm not advertising, you know, to buy knockoff version. It's just at the time when I bought this, which was, I think it was over 2015 or 2016 I actually bought these. So like I said, they did come in a set. But at the time I didn't really realise that they weren't authentic Disney. So I'm not saying to you to go out and buy, you know, the fake versions. It's just at the time I didn't realise. So yeah, so this is one of the ones that came with it. So it's the Snow White one. I did realise in my other video that I talked about that they all have glitter on them, but I have noticed that some of the glitter had come off some of the other characters. So it depends on obviously how much you hold them, like wear and tear, that kind of thing. The glitter will eventually come off. I did say that you could probably just get some like glitter glue or glitter paint and just kind of pull it over, so it's not a big deal. With all of these, they all had kind of like a different pose, a different style. The only thing I didn't like about this is the actual dress itself. The skirt on it, that it just literally just stops. It's almost like they've just like, you know, cut it off, put a pair of legs on, and that's done. So for example, comparing it to the Cinderella ones, that's the Cinderella when you get in the set, you can see the detail underneath her skirt there. You can see all the lace, the ruffles. So that's the only thing that I feel like this one's lacking, is that one's got a little bit more detail, even though it's from the same set. But that one is just like I said, it's just like her legs are just kind of put on there. These did come with stands, like little round stands, which I think I don't think I kept actually, because they don't really work. These don't stand up by themselves, and with the stand, because these kind of a little bit top heavy, they don't really stay up. So what you're supposed to do is that in the foot, in one of them would have a little hole, and the stand would have like a little nub that you actually put this in. It's not really doing what it's supposed to. So personally, I just found this easier just to kind of like lean up against something. Obviously, the only thing you could do is if you had the stand, you could maybe glue it on the stand and obviously then prop them up. I wasn't really that bothered about it, so because I knew they were going to go in the shrine, they're going to go with all the other things, so I knew I could just kind of prop them up. I didn't need these to be like a standalone figurine. For example, I'm not going to have them on the shelf just by themselves, so it didn't really bother me that much. But that's the only thing I would say. Also, I don't know if you can get these individually, so at the moment I've only ever seen these in the sets. Like I said, you get 6 in there, but I've not seen these individually, so maybe you could try and find her if you just want her. Maybe obviously if you just type in, you know, Snow White figurine, or like, I don't want to say baby range because they're not really for babies. So yeah, so it depends on, obviously if you just want her, then you know, might have to do a little bit more research. If I can find her, then like I said, I will link her down below if I can just find her. But like I said, I know you can get this set of 6. So the last one I'm going to talk about, I had mentioned these before, I think the last time I mentioned these, I'm trying to remember which one it was. I think it might have been my Little Mermaid one. In my very first video that I did, so which was basically the best of, so I picked one item from the shrine to represent like the category. So for example, I picked one item from Lion King, picked one from like Rapunzel, Beauty and the Beast, that kind of thing. And I think the one I did from Little Mermaid was the other version to this. So the story behind this is that I actually found one, I can't remember which one it was actually. I actually found one of them in a charity shop, and on the back of it, it actually shows they've got different ones. Like I said, I like unusual things. For my shrine, I like to have things that I feel like not many people have. So if I can get something like from a different country or a different language, for me, that's, you know, what the kind of things I like to collect. So yeah, so Ruben, being Ruben, he obviously likes to help me collect things. So for Christmas one year, what year was it? I think it was actually the first Christmas we were together, so 2016, so the first Christmas we actually got together. He hunted for these everywhere. Like, he told me a story where he literally tried to find these everywhere. Because they're in a different language, it was difficult for him to kind of type in to like a search engine what he was looking for, because if you just typed in, for example, books, it comes up with everything. So yeah, so he did actually say he struggled to obviously find them, because obviously he knew I wanted them in a different language. He did eventually find them, so I've got majority of them. I haven't got all of them yet. So what they are, they're actually Disney books, but based on the Disney's wedding. So the one I'm going to show you now is the Snow White one. So with these ones, you actually read backwards. Try and show you. So obviously that's the front cover. All the stories kind of have the leading up to the wedding. So obviously, you know, getting ready, that kind of thing. But I just thought these are really nice. They're just really pretty. Obviously I can't read them. I don't know the language. But I just thought they were so unique. And because the pictures are so pretty as well, I just really like them. The actual book itself is actually made out of card, so you know it's a little bit sturdy. So like I said, so on the back it actually shows you all the different ones that you can get. So these are all different characters that have them. So you've got the Cinderella one, you've got Rapunzel, you've got Belle, you've got Jasmine, Aurora, and Little Mermaid. So I think the only one I don't have out of these ones is the Jasmine one. I think Ruben was like, he found majority of them, but not every single one. So like I said, so I think it's just the Jasmine one I don't have. But you know, obviously with like birthdays, Christmases, anniversaries, there's always room for him to get me the other ones. I just know how much trouble he went to obviously get me this one, that I'm not really like, you know, oh, I need to have it for my collection. It's just one of those things that, you know, if he's able to get it, that's great. But yeah, it was just one of those side potluck things where I found one of them in a charity shop and then realised there were more there, so you know, he got them for me. So like I said before, Snow White obviously isn't my favourite character, but I do still, oh no, I forgot to do an item. I gotta zoom back out. Oh, I was just about to do my outro and then I realised I actually forgot to do an item. It was just like hid at the back, so sorry if the picture looks a bit, you know, funny, because I kind of obviously zoom in to do talking about the actual items, and then I zoom back out to do the intro and outro. And yeah, so I forgot, so sorry if the picture looks a little bit off. So yeah, so the last one I want to talk about, yeah, that's awkward. It's actually this one here. So this I actually got from the Disney store. I did at the time get this in a 3 for 2 offer. So Disney normally do offers, for example, 20% off, 10% off, 3 for 2s, those kind of things on certain items. And as you know, I'm not a big fan of Snow White, but I did see this and I thought actually this is really cute. So they started doing things like this where they have little tiny Tsums, but they actually have it in a set like this. So I think they've done, so I've also got another one, I don't know if you can see it, it's this one here, which is a princess one. So it's got a castle and it's got all the princesses around it. So I talk about this one. So this is actually the cottage from Snow White. So obviously it's got the door there, which is very cute. And then if you just open the back, and then you just got Snow White in there with all the 7 dwarfs. Like I said, these are smaller versions than what you'd normally get. Unfortunately, I can't get them out because similar to the castle one, they're kind of sewn in. You can obviously take it off if you want to. It's just, I think, so that they don't obviously get lost or they kind of stay in place, they kind of sew them in. But I'll try if I can. Yeah, so with these ones, they're obviously a smaller version. But I really like the fact that you get them in like little sets like this. I have seen other ones, but I haven't really got a lot of them at the moment, just because, to be honest, I do find they can be a little bit expensive. So this one was originally $22.99. But like I said, I did get this in a 3 for 2 offer, so I didn't mind kind of paying that kind of price, knowing that I was going to get something else for free. I can't remember what else I bought, but you know, at the time it seemed like, for me personally, it seemed like a good deal. So yeah, so obviously you got all the 7 dwarfs in there. Like I said, they're all very tiny ones. So I'm not sure if you can see the size of, let me just get up. So I'm just gonna randomly pick a normal standard Rapunzel so you can see the size. Wait, I need another hand so you can see the size difference. I don't know, I'm trying, wait. So that's Rapunzel, okay, so you can see the size of Rapunzel, and then that's the size, I don't know if you can see that. Like I said, I can't really get them out. So that's the size of Rapunzel, and then that's the size of Snow White. So you can see there is definitely a lot of difference between the sizes. So like I said, so for them to obviously fit into this, they had to make it a little bit smaller. But like I said, I'm not really mad about that, the fact they're smaller, because this is really cute. I don't know if this is still available on the Disney Store website. I want to say no, just on the basis that I did buy this, I think in 2017, I think it was summer 2017. Not like I looked for it, but I've not really seen it since. Obviously I do buy Tsums, and every time I type in Disney Store, I don't remember seeing this, so I have a feeling it's not actually in the Disney stores anymore, but like eBay, Amazon, places like that, because obviously it is Tsum, so you can more or less get them from places like that. Like I said, if I can find a link, I will link it down below. So like I said, this one did actually cost me $22.99, so I can't guarantee the prices on eBay. Obviously you have to take into consideration postage and packaging at the same time, but it will still be available. It just depends on obviously how much you're prepared to pay for. Right, I think that is now the last one. I can now zoom out and do my outro. Oh, party never stops over here at the Disney Shrine. So yeah, so that's it from my Snow White collection. If there's anything in particular that you want me to focus on in another video, then please let me know in the comment section below. I do have a few things that I would like to get through, so I've got a list of things, like certain parts from the shrines. So if there's anything in particular you want to see, then please let me know. I do normally like to try and have about sort of 4 or 5 items if I can in a video. So some of the requests that you've already done, I've not forgotten about you, it's just I haven't got enough to do a video yet. So they are on my list, it's just at the moment I don't have enough to make a video. So there are a few on my list that I want to do, but if there's anything you want to see, like my Funko Pops, my Tsums, things like that, then please let me know, and then I will obviously try and do a video for you. Right, time for the giveaway. So if you're new to my channel, what the giveaway is you get to pick any picture from my Facebook Fancy Arts page, and it gets sent to you A4 canvas, and it's free P&P as well for you. So all you've got to do to enter is to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'd be grateful if you can click the bell icon as well, so you get notified when obviously any video goes up. And I also have a vlog that goes up every Sunday as well. And then also head over to my Facebook page and like that, and then follow me on Instagram, and I'll also follow you back. So once you've done all that, if you'd like to put in the comment section that you've done that, so obviously I know to enter you into the competition. So when I get to 200 subscribers, I'll pick 3 of you at random, and then you get to pick any picture you like. It doesn't have to be a Disney picture, you can make any picture from my Facebook Fancy Arts page, and like I said, then it gets sent to you A4 canvas, and it's also free. Alright, and that's it, and I'll see you in my next video. Later days! And like I said, with the prop that she's got primarily. So if you watch some of my wait, you can ask people, oh, does anyone have this selling, or you know, is anyone hashtag not sponsored, because I know things like this you can actually buy in the Disney store now, where obviously you kind of like interrupting more with obviously having a bit more. Like I said, things like this I have seen in the Disney stores. So you know, so it's quite sturdy, but I just think it's quite cute. I do have a few of these, and I just yeah, it's not an authentic Disney. I think it's over 2015. I did have it in my other video, but I don't think I really, you know, so so what they are the wedding version of a Disney. So what they are, they're actually books, so that the actual sort of, and as you know, I'm not a big fan of. So yeah, so you can kind of see the. Oh, wait, bear with. It's just Moo. He's on lunch now, so I'm gonna have to reply to him later and be like, I'm doing a video. Can't reply now. I don't wanna. Wait. Like I said, this did cost me £2. No, £2. I wish this cost me £2. I will be doing a Polly Pocket one coming up soon. I got and you get it sent to you free A4 canvas, and it's P&P. No. Oh, I haven't done those, have I?